Tonight, I am going to be hopping on the planter. We are finishing up this half section here. We're gonna get that wrapped up in an hour. He's got a few passes left. And then we're gonna move everything down to the home section. It's 630 acre field. And that's gonna be our last field of beans. So we're getting close. So this would have been our second last field for the year. And we're gonna finish up this one here tonight, and then I'm gonna move to my place, like I said earlier, and then that would have been our last field, 630 acres. But they wrote off our 2 perennial ryegrass fields, which kind of sucks because then we made negative progress on the seeding front, but it was insured, so we're gonna get to make money on it twice this year, hopefully. So it could be a lot worse. It's always worth trying for grass because it's a profitable crop, but I hate harvesting it, so if we keep planting it and it keeps getting written off, well, not the worst thing, I guess. Anyways, any minute now, he'll be coming down here and we'll switch off. Alright, well, this is the first time I'm on the planter this year, which is crazy because like we're on our second last field. Hopefully I don't screw anything up, because the last time it was my first time on the air seeder, I ripped the cart off, but hey, this doesn't have a cart. So anyways, I mean, got all the screens and the monitors and everything, but it's been a while, but it should be fairly straightforward. So let's get after it. Alright, we're rocking and rolling here. It's all coming back to me. The planter is intimidating, but at the end of the day, it's way easier than the air seeder, and you can actually trust that it's planting because it's telling you it's planting. But this tractor, I don't know, we bought it and it sounded like this ever since we bought it. I don't know if all 765Cs sound like this, but this thing is mean, man. It barks. It is just deep, throaty sound. I think it sounds awesome, and definitely my favorite sounding tractor on the farm. So we'll give you a little sound clip of it right now. We aren't doing any liquid, which is nice. It simplifies it a bit, but then you've got a lot more fills because we're going through beans a lot faster than we would be sunflowers or canola. Sunflowers and canola, man, if you fill those hoppers, you got like 400 or 500 acres in there and you can just roll. And with the saddle tanks on here, on either side, and then that tank, you can hold a lot of liquid as well. Planter's nice. It's only 40 foot. It's a split row, 15, 30 inch. Nothing fancy, it works well. I would like to upgrade it though. It just seems like it leaves a bit on the table, and especially with data, you don't get much to go off. The biggest reason I would like to upgrade is a screen that is able to tell you your singulation, your down pressure, and all that on it. And the second thing is that every single row unit, like the arms and the pedestals for the airbags, all that, it's just worn out. And to price out to change this whole planter, all the arms on it, because it's got 31 rows because it's a split row, man, it is expensive. It's almost worth just dumping and changing into something else. I'm not a John Deere guy, so I'm not sure what display this is, but I think this is like an original Green Star emulator or something like that. It's nothing fancy. Uh-oh, we're not planting. Why are we not planting? Sometimes the way these hoses are run, they'll just get jammed up and it won't make it into the mini hoppers. So row 20. Well, got beans in it. Said it wasn't planting though. Man, is it ever dry. Is it picking up seeds? Oh yeah. Okay. I think it was stuck in the line, and when I stopped and lifted it up and back down, then it filled up. Of course, when I got back in here, row 20 wasn't planting again, and I instantly knew I forgot to plug the drive wire back in on that meter box. But we're rocking and rolling again. Half a pass in, we're already having fun. Let's hope that's all the fun for tonight, because I don't need much more. I'm done with fun. Let's just get this thing done. Like seeding in general. We've been going hard, but this is the best progress, quickest progress we've ever made. So as long as the crop comes in well and we didn't suffer quality for speed, then it'll be all good. So it's getting dark out, and you'll be able to see one of my favorite additions to the planter that we've done. Not a huge upgrade, but it looks really sweet first off, and it helps with the operator knowing how full his tanks are. So we have two lights shining into those hopper boxes, the big main CCS tanks, which is nice because when they're full, the box is completely dark, but as the seed goes down, you can see the seed level because the yellow part illuminates and it's like glowing orbs. I think it looks awesome. All in all, I would say this seeding season for me has been a big upgrade, because we dropped out mine and our brother's Concord, and we're just running the one air drill and the one planter, which my dad's air drill is nicer and it's got a better tractor in front of it, so that was an upgrade. And then because we're using one unit instead of two on the air seeders, it makes managing it easy. We have more guys to run the one unit, and then I get to have a different shift. So I'll start at noon around there, and then I'll run till 2 a.m., which I actually have really enjoyed that shift. I like working late, as long as I'm not falling asleep. But then I also get to spend some time with the family in the morning first thing. I guess let's talk tractor planter combo and what we're using. So this is a 765C. It has, I don't know, gotta hit the screen. Hours don't want to show up. It's gotta be around 6,500 hours. So this is a 2-track, and then we've got the 1790 planter behind it, and it's a really nice combination. And I'm a big believer that a 2-track is the best tractor you can have in front of a planter or air seeder, because your width of compaction from your tires or your tracks, I mean, one set of tracks you're running over it once, compared to a 2-track would be twice. And then you're a lot more narrow than a dualed or tripled up tractor, and I think that's giving you more yield at the end of the day. So like I said in another video, gonna be more yield in the field. And the 1790, I think it's a 2009 maybe, could be a 2006. It works good. We tear it down and rebuild it every year, not with new parts, but everything gets inspected. Anything that's on the edge or worn out, it gets changed. So it performs well, but just being so old, it leaves some to be desired in the technology side of things. In my opinion, this tractor leaves a lot to be desired in the lighting department. It works all right because it's a 40-foot, but it does make it hard to tell when you need to start putting the planter down, because it's pretty hard to see. And what I would like to do is 1, 2, 3, 4 light bars, 360 degrees, all of the light. And I mean, also would look pretty cool in my opinion. So we started last week. Monday was the first day we did any seeding for this season. We ran the air seeder, maybe it got 5 hours, but when it's your first day, everyone knows what that's like. You're working out a lot of kinks. Monday we started. Monday evening, I ripped the air cart off of it, which sucks. I made a video on it if anyone's interested. So then Tuesday, we spent 12 hours on Tuesday from 7:30 to 7:30, and we got it fixed and running. So then I ran late Tuesday night. So now today what day is today? Today is Friday. So we've done a week and a half, and we've got 3 fields left, and 2 of those were just written off. So we've made really good time. We have had no rain delays, which is nice. It should help with spraying and crop timing and just uniformity in the field, which will be awesome. But we could really use a rain. Like, it is just like an inch or 2 of just dust on top. And if we could get this all in the next 2-3 days and then get a rain, that would be huge. Continuing on talking about the equipment here, let's talk about the liquid setup on the planter. We got 2 saddle tanks and that main liquid tank, which is nice. I built a custom liquid controller. You can see it right there. Automatically turns on the pumps when it's set in the ground, which was really fun and right up my alley. I love building stuff and figuring it out. I enjoyed that a lot. But the reason we put so much effort into that liquid kit is we could never get it to meter out evenly. We had a 15-inch Wilger ball flow valve set up on this side and a 30-inch on that side, so whether you were using your split rows or not, you could turn off one of the sets of liquid bank, like the liquid bank, which is all fine and dandy. But at first we thought we didn't have enough pump, so we got a bigger pump and it didn't help much. Then we decided we need another pump. So we've got 2 7-gallon per minute pumps on this thing. So we've got all the pumping capacity in the world. And then we eventually figured out that the lines from the ball flow valve to the row unit itself, which everyone assured me, oh, that is not going to be your restriction. It's not going to be it. That can't be it. Well, if you think about it, you got one 5-foot line from the valve and then one 40-foot line from the valve. And the 5-foot line always flowed way more than the 40. So we took them, I mounted them on the middle of each wing, and there's a 15-inch and 30-inch valve bank on either side now. So our maximum runs are like 10 feet and our minimum runs are like 5 feet, which has really helped even out our flow. We were talking about going to a 3/8 line off of those ball flow valves, but we still have the 1/4-inch line. Just evening out the length of the runs helped a ton. If you're ever struggling with uneven flow, make sure your runs from your valves are the same length. That'll help a ton. Not only did we put 2 pumps on here, we thought, oh, we need more pressure, we need more flow. So we put 2-inch line going to the back. No, sorry, a 1.5-inch main line going to the back to a T, and then it goes 1 inch to either side of the valves as well. So we upgraded a ton of stuff until we figured out what the actual problem is. But we've dialed it in here now, and it's been working really well. Come on, road 20 again? Have to get out there and shake that line again. That's brutal. Yep, not happening. Like I was saying, we've had this planter for about 10 years, and this was the first time our farm ever got into planting our own crops. Previous to that, someone would always come in and custom plant our sunflowers for us, and we would do beans with the air seeder. Since we got the planter, it's allowed us a lot of flexibility. We do canola, beans, sunflowers, and corn with the planter now, which is awesome. It does a good job, and it saves us a ton of seed. You gotta love when that happens. Look at that, headlands over here, and our AB lines over here, and we're not leaving anything or having too much overlap. Man, that's nice. That doesn't happen all the time. So we're on our last pass here, and once we finish this, we're gonna go load, and then we're gonna rip down to the home section there and start on that field yet tonight. But so there's certain areas where it's like, yes, worth the money, let's spend it, let's get something good, we'll put the money out and it'll return on investment. It's all about your return on investment. You're gonna see something here when we load that is about just strictly being as cheap as possible, and it works really well, but it is laughable when you look at it. This one, all the credit goes to my brother. It's a fantastic cheap way to do this, and it works really well. And yeah, you guys will see, but I'm not hating on it. Like, he did good on this, so we call it big slangs. There it is, guys, our seed tender unit, an old tandem, an old conveyor belt, and that is 2 auger extensions together. See, that's what I'm talking about, having those lights. You can see the seed levels right there. You can see it from the cab in between those hoses. It is awesome when you're operating and you're worried you're getting low. Add some lights. It's really easy. There's wiring in the back here already. We tied off of it and just put 2 lights right here facing into the tank. Where's the switch? And then there's this light here. So then you just back up with your big old spout here, big slangs, and then you can hit both hoppers, boom, boom. It ain't pretty, but it's cheap and it works really well. And now we're just loading away. There we go. We are done loading, and we're gonna fold up and head to the next field. Just like that, we're at the home piece. This is our new-ish driveway that we put in a couple years ago. Which, I mean, until you build something like this, you don't know how handy it'll be, but it's really changed this whole field for us because it gives us a better spot to start, load, all that stuff. What a project, though. I don't envy anyone doing construction. I'd rather farm, and that's saying a lot. So we're gonna start going here right away. It kind of sucks starting a new field at night because I'm gonna have to check depth, probably make some adjustments. But I want to keep making acres happen, so we're gonna start, do a little bit of ways, and come out and check, see what job we're doing. Alright, so it turns out this field has usually been split for the last how many years until me and my brother picked it up, east and west half, and I don't have a full section loaded up here, so we'll make our own new headland here and start planting. We've gone a little ways here now, and let's see what we're looking at. There's one there, that's like an inch. Where are you guys? There's another one right there. It's in the moisture. Sidewall's not too bad. Maybe it's a little hard, but we're trying to press it into this dry dirt. Problem is that when we keep adjusting it deeper, it doesn't really go deeper unless we add more down pressure. But those ones are actually looking really good. So I just got out and we quickly dug every row. I upped the down pressure by 5 pounds, and I probably went 1 notch deeper on about 75% of those closing or the opening discs, because we're just fighting dry, hard dirt right now, and we got to get it down into a bit more moisture. So hopefully that'll help. I'll finish off this headland pass, start on pass number 2, and then we'll recheck a little bit farther in the field, probably on a different spot too, and hopefully it looks better. Hey, it's my house. Wow, look at that nice, big, beautiful bin we built. Woo! So I've been in this field for like 2 hours now, checking depth, messing around, and I have just been fighting row units plugging up with seed in the lines and then running out, which has been an absolute pain. And the guys said they weren't having much issues with it, but that has been my whole night. And so row 16 just did that. I went out and I shook the hose to make it start flowing again, and I broke the connector on the hopper. So That sucks, but I think I got one in the step here. I like to keep the tractor well stocked, so we'll go change it quickly. There we go. I don't know, do you guys have issues with that? How do you fix it? I think I need to play with the fan speed on the CCS, but I don't know, it's bothering me. There's beans everywhere. Now I gotta get that out of there, which is why I brought this, because I don't have a hammer, but I guess we found this in the field somewhere. I think I got about another hour left in me and then I'm going to bed. But the nice thing is I'm on my home section, so I can just walk home when I park the tractor and it takes 5 minutes. It is a good thing that this is not, that this is not corn or sunflowers, because this headland's a bit of a mess. But it's soybeans, so it doesn't really matter, which is good. But yeah, you can tell it's the first headland I've done in the planter this year, and we're figuring it out, but whatever, we're gonna get her done. I was running the air seeder and doing a late shift on that, and now that's kind of wrapping up here soon, so now we're on the planter. I just got a low alarm. If this thing stops again, I'm gonna have a stroke. Oh good, it's back up. I think we are calling it a night. I will have to give my brother a call tomorrow morning. I'm going to explain the artwork that is my headlands. I think I used the wrong setting. I think there might be one specifically for headlands, and I did freeform. Either way, it's going to work, but could be better. I appreciate you guys watching, hanging out with me. I hope you guys have had a good season so far, and like and subscribe if you feel like this content's been good. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one.